Hello. This is gonna be another update review about the update that's gonna happen on March 14th, which is 2 days from now, or I guess wherever you are in the world. And yeah, I'll just jump straight into it. This update's pretty big, so I'm pretty excited for it. And the very first thing that they're gonna add is two new legend mercenaries, Apollo and Neptune. And I'll first talk about Apollo. Now, this is like Apollo's art, and this is her mini, and this is her attack animation. And now I'll go through her skills. Um, so Apollo is a warrior, a front attacking warrior with a 3x3 tile range. And I should say right off the bat, Apollo's tile range, 3x3 is very, very good. That's like Agni's AoE tiles. She is a front attacker, so she really won't be utilizing this front tile so much because, you know, if she's hitting front, those back three tiles aren't used, she can't hit an opponent since she's attacking first. Agni can use it because she's a skip attacker, but that's beside the fact. That's still a 3x3 tile is like really, really good, and I'm not really complaining. Especially for a warrior, I'm definitely not complaining. And I'll just jump into her first skill. Her first skill is called Fallen Sun, and this is just a buff she puts on herself that causes her to attack 3 times and apply heal reduction on every normal attack. What heal reduction does is that it reduces the healing amount by negative 55%. Now, if you don't know how heal reduction works, like right here it mentions if the final healing count becomes negative, HP reduction occurs instead. If you don't know how this works, let me just give you a pretty basic example. Let's say I heal, or my mercenary heals 100 health, but that mercenary has a heal reduction, let's say, of negative 150. So since the heal reduction, like I said, is negative 150, even though I healed 100, since the heal reduction is negative 150, my mercenary will heal no HP because it's, you know, negative 100%, right? Negative 100% of 100, it's 0, right? If you multiply both of those together, you'll get, you know, 0 healing. I get no healing. But I mentioned 150%. What I just said for the no healing was if the value was negative 100%. Since I said the negative healing is negative 150, not only will my mercenary not receive any healing, they will also receive HP reduction damage. Like it says right here, if final healing amount becomes negative, HP reduction occurs instead. So again, from the top, let's say my mercenary heals 100 HP, but they have negative 150% enemy healing amount. That causes the mercenary to now, instead of healing 100, they'll now receive 50 HP reduction damage. That's just how HP reduction works and how heal suppression works. And if that's like a little too complicated to understand, just know that if you have a negative amount of healing beyond 100%, that damage will turn to HP reduction, and that damage will scale off of, you know, how much number is above 100. I don't know what the hell was that. Yeah, ignore that. I think that was a vacuum. If you heard that. Next is Oh, actually, I should continue on about one additional part of the skill. Is that it attacks 3 times, and therefore it applies heal reduction on every single normal attack. So the first part is that Apollo hits once, and then applies negative 55%. Then her second attack will, 55 plus 55 is 110, and then her third attack, 110 plus another 55 is 165. So in the end, the enemy will go 55, 110, and negative 55, negative 110, and negative 165. Yes, my math is mathing today. And yeah, that's how much the healing will be reduced. Now, I should additionally mention that this only lasts for 1 turn. And you might think that's pretty, garbage, but I think how the devs intended for this to work was mainly to counter incoming healing bonuses. And for that, let's look at like an example for Lane, who is like very popular right now. Lane has a specific skill called Healing Power, and what this does, this part is that he heals incoming damage. And so if he takes, like, say 1 million damage, he'll take 30%. He'll heal 30% of 1 million damage, which is 300k. 300k. But because Apollo applies up to negative 165 heal suppression, this will cause Lane to actually lose HP when he's hit. So this HP suppress, or Apollo's like this first skill is mainly to counter incoming healing, or like yeah, heal part of incoming damage, like whatever those skills. But yeah, it's mainly counter that. And that's her first skill. Kind of long tangent, but I'll explain her second skill, which is Sunspot Explosion. And what this is it's an additional damage that happens before normal attack. Oopsies. And what it does, ignores first part, first of all. And the second part is that it allows Apollo to deal direct additional damage that is doubled against defenders, and that scales off of her penetration and attack. Now, what I should mention first of all is that the penetration scaling is incredibly weird. Now, how I think this is going to work is that it's going to work similarly to a defense scaling. So let's just go to, let's say Prion, for example, because I know he has a defense scaling attack. So Prion, for example, has an attack that scales off his defense. And if you didn't know, defense only goes up to a maximum of 100%. Or that it's like calculated, right? Because, you know, having 150% defense is equivalently the same as having 100% defense. It only matters in stat reductions. But in damage calculations, this defense only goes up to 100%. Now, how I think this penetration scaling is going to work is that, maybe it will, you know, I can't be for sure certain, but maybe this will only go up to, or like copy the percentage of penetration. And like, let's say you have 10% penetration, then it'll like slot out right here, 10% times attack times 300%. Like, yeah, you get the point. But my main takeaway from this is that scaling off of penetration is really weird. Because penetration is, you can't get a lot of it. It's a stat you could only get from the Mythic rune, and also only from Insignia of Creed. So, like, this is gonna have a maximum of, and I'm definitely overshooting it here. You could really only have a maximum of 20% penetration, and I know I'm probably overshooting it. It's just I don't have the exact number in my head right now. But yeah, this scaling, it's like 20% scaling times attack times 300%. That's not the greatest. You know, I know she already attacks 3 times, so this activates 3 times, but I don't know. Scaling off penetration, I'm not too sold on that effect. Like, I understand defense because it could easily go up to 100% defense. Like, you could very easily get 100% defense, but penetration, you can't really get a lot of penetration in this game. So this is really weird. Aside from that, the second part of this skill is going to be the blind effect that will happen. And how this activates is that if an enemy when an enemy dies by Apollo, so if, you know, in more simple terms, if Apollo kills someone, or if Apollo kills an enemy, all the enemies, it says entire enemies, they'll be blinded. And what blinded does is that it reduces the attack and support ranges it's going to change it to the front, and also they're going to reduce it to 1 tile. And this is an attack interference that lasts for 3 turns. My main problem with this is that it's an attack interference. If you look, let's say, at Velfern's Stigma, and why Velfern's Stigma is good, is due to the fact that, where is he? There he is. The main reason of Velfern's Stigma and why it's good is because his Horror is a Stigma, and Stigma can only be blocked by debuff immunity. However, attack interference can be blocked by both debuff immunity and mercenaries that have attack interference. And like, let's go to like Alec, who I know for certain has attack. Yeah, okay. So like, for example, Apollo's blind can be blocked by this simple attack interference immunity, while Velfern's Horror Stigma can't be ignored because it is a Stigma. So yeah, how I think the blind will be is kind of like a nice thing that happens, kind of like Velfern's Horror Stigma. It's a nice thing to happen, though you shouldn't really play around the blind. This is like a really cool effect, but like I said, don't play around it. This is just something that's just a nice bonus to put on top. And it's just meant to mess with the enemies and to like fuck them over. Especially because it's attack interference, it's even more likely that's going to be blocked. So I wouldn't bank on this, but nonetheless, it's just a nice bonus, I guess, to add on to her additional damage. Then I'll talk about her third skill, which, and it's not really too significant. It's a defense ignoring burn dot that applies after normal attack. It lasts a pretty good amount of turns. And this also boosts the incoming damage that they take. It's like mid. I wouldn't again play around her super burn. Like this dot, it doesn't seem good. I could see it having applications in PvE context, But in PvP context, no one's using burn to kill each other anymore. Burn or any dots is like very, very old types of damage. And yeah, no, I do not see this super burn coming into use at all. It's just like cool, I guess. I mean, she is like a warrior about fire, so I assume not putting burn in her kit would make her kind of weird, but Agni has a better burn. But whatever, that's past the point. Then her last skill is very straightforward. She'll get debuff immunity for 18 turns, and debuff immunity is just debuff immunity. This is actually pretty short, 18 turns, so don't really rely on this, like, giving her permanent immunity. Debuff immunity, though, does allow her to ignore quite a bit of CC, like annoying CC, so that's just nice. So, overall, my analysis of Apollo, I think she'll be okay. Like, the main part about Apollo is this 3x3 tile range, the heal suppression, the direct damage, and that's really about it. Like, she also attacks 3 times, which is really good. So I have high hopes of Apollo. Those are like really good upsides. But really, this penetration scaling is really, really, really weird. I really can't like shake this off. That will probably cause Apollo to like do like not. She won't do Islock levels of damage. She'll probably do like maybe Agni levels of damage. You know, that's just me guessing, but yeah, I really don't see her doing a lot of damage, but she probably will be good at countering incoming healing mercenaries. And yeah, that's Apollo, a very long tangent, but prepare for an even longer one, I think. But because the next one is Neptune, which is the second legendary mercenary that they're adding. This is her art, this is her mini art, and this is her attack animation. And I will now read her skills. So Neptune is a magician who is a front type attacker, and she also has a 1x5. She has a 1x5 tile range, which is, I'm fairly certain, just one below Nartis. Should be one below Nartis, yeah, 3-6, yeah. So she, Neptune is a magician, a front attacking magician that has a 1x5 tile, which is one right below Nartis. So she hits almost the entire row, leaving the very, very last mercenary, I guess, out of range. And I'll now talk about her skills. Her first skill is incredibly unique. This is the first time ever in Brave 9 that they're adding this. It's considered a movement. You can see here, this is like a bestow. This is additional damage, this is attack and effort, this is dot, this is immunity. This is the first ever in the game. This is a movement. And what it does is that after normal attack, she moves the main target backwards 4 tiles. Ignore the second part, I'll explain it later, but she moves the main target backwards 4 tiles. I have never seen this ever, and I have literally no idea how this is gonna work. Like, I have no idea what happens if a mercenary is there. I have no idea like what happens to those 2 mercenaries. I have no idea like what's gonna happen. I'm ecstatic to see how this is gonna be in the game, but this is crazy. I was laughing when I was reading this to my trip to university, but I'm really excited to see this. But that's the first part. I have no idea what it works. Just know that it moves the main target backwards 4 tiles. But okay. Aside from my excitement, aside, the second part is that it applies sweep effect upon collision, and I'm putting collision in like quotations because how a target is considered collided, is that the right word? I don't know. Is that when the main target, like the target that's being pushed back, when they collide with another target, the pushed target and the target that was hit will both become inoperable. And this inoperable is an attack interference, or this inoperable, or not really inoperable, they'll be have the sweep debuff applied to them, which is an attack interference that makes them inoperable. So pretty much they'll be stunned, essentially. Like I'll say this again, like this first skill all over again. So her first skill is that she'll cause a main target to be pushed back 4 tiles, and when the target that's being pushed back hits another target, the target that was pushed and the target that was collided with, I think, okay, I think both will be stunned for 6 turns. I am fairly certain that's how it works. I have no idea if I'm correct. This collide and move backwards is totally new to me. But Yeah, that's, I guess, how it'll work. And that's her first skill. Onto her second skill, which is a lot deeper than it looks, which is it's just called Sea Purification, and it's a removal type that removes already applied buff skill type, excluding defenders. Now, let me just quickly pull up Angelica just so I confirm. I actually have no idea if Angelica's one is a removal. No, it's an additional damage. Okay, wait. What about late? Sorry, this is just like a bit of testing or like referencing that I wanna like see. It's a special. Okay. So how I think this Sea Purification removal will work, because it says a remove already applied buff skill type, excluding defenders. Now, since this isn't nullifier, usually how removals work is that it's just listed as nullifier. Like, let's say, let's just go to Yuri, for example. Her, this one is called the nullifier, and it removes already applied buff skill type, which is kind of exactly the same as right here. But the main, like, thought I have with this is that it's called Sea Purification, not, nullifier. So my thought process about this is that maybe it's a unique, nullifier. Maybe this nullifier ignores things that cannot be removed. That's just a thought, because I know duration cut ignores buffs that cannot be removed, because it's not a removal, it's a duration cut instead. So maybe Sea Purification could ignore buffs that cannot be removed. I have no clue if that's correct or not. That's just a hitch that I have, a thought that I have, because this is way too basic to be put in here. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, but hey, it's just a thought. And yeah, I'll just go on to her third skill. Her third skill is called Corrupted Sea, and this is her main damage skill. And what it does is it's an additional damage that happens after normal attack. And what it does is that she'll do direct additional damage and consume HP based on her additional HP. Now, HP consume and direct additional damage are both really good damage types to have together. You could think of, like, let's say Lakshmi. Lakshmi has both direct damage and HP consume damage, which is very, very good, especially since HP consume damage ignores provisional HP, and HP restraint, and direct damage, it's direct damage, right? So these two things are really good to combo with one another. However, my main problem with this is that the additional HP scaling, that might seem like whatever, right? But her base HP isn't that good. This is like low. I would consider low for an HP scaler. Yeah, like surely you can definitely get this quite high, but still though, that won't do quite like a significant amount of damage. So my thought for Neptune is that maybe she's built around this nullifier, or this buff removal, and also this push mechanic, and that came at the cost of her not dealing insane amounts of damage. I mean, I'm totally fine with mercenaries not dealing insane amount of damage. I feel like that's kind of an overused strategy, overused like mercenary, like making new mercenaries kind of deal. Like it's kind of overused at this point. So I'm kind of like fine with this idea that this mercenary Neptune won't do super high amounts of damage. So yeah, just know that I fairly certain Neptune won't be like an Islok level of like killing, or like a Lakshmi level of slaying. Like they probably won't do that much damage. Or sorry, Neptune probably won't do that much damage. That's really all I wanted to say. And the last part is also very unique to her, is that when the battle begins, she'll gain this special buff, and that she'll pass her turn over to the next ally. And this is really unique because mages, when they're charging up, they already pass their turn. However, when they're attacking, they don't pass their turn. So this makes it so Neptune always passes her turn, which is cool, I guess. I don't know how to make use of this at all. Maybe you could use it in tandem with Indra to keep your chain going. I guess that's a pretty cool synergy. I guess also a noble sacrifice E, you could keep your warrior, mage chain going, or whatever chain you want to keep going. But yeah, this is just like a nice thing. I can't really think of any synergies right now though. Oh yeah, and the last part is, whoa, super creative, restrains maximum incoming God, I despise whenever I see a new mercenary with this. I don't know. Maybe it's just to counter one shot, getting mercenaries one shot, but I don't know. This is ridiculous. Another mage with max HP reduction. This is the third mage we had in a row that has HP restraint. Like, okay, man. And yeah. Other than that small like tangent, yeah. Okay, I'll just talk about Neptune. Neptune is like, in my opinion, Neptune is weird. I can't say for sure whether or not she'll be good, whether or not she'll be bad. All I can say is that she probably won't do a lot of damage, but will mainly play around this push mechanic. Which, then again, I have no idea how good it is. So, Neptune, I'm not sure. And yeah, that covers the two mercenaries. Sorry for the very, very long analysis of these two new mercenaries. It's just that they're so unique and so like weird. I mean, not in a bad way. I like unique mercenaries, but it took a lot of my brain cells to think of it. Anyways, I'll just go on to the next thing. So the next thing that they're gonna add are, or not the next thing that they're gonna add, it's like the two legend companions. This is for Apollo, the warrior. This is her companion, this is her mini art, and that's her attack animation. And then the next one that they're going to add is the legend companion for Neptune, which is Amphi? I have no idea how to pronounce that, but yeah, this is her art, this is her what her mini looks like, and this is what the attack animation looks like. And yeah, congratulations, you just passed the very big part of me talking about the mercenaries. And the next part I'll probably go through really quickly. The next thing that they're gonna add is the legend recruit update, which is like another banner. Like, I'm fairly certain that they're going to add. I don't even know at this point. Sorry for the long pause and sorry for my confusion, but I'm tied between this being either a new banner that they're going to add or just be in the regular one. My thinking is that this is probably going to be in the regular banner, like the regular Legend Recruit banner. I don't fucking know. Sorry about that, but yeah, that's all I have to say. This one's just like, this is all this saying is just we're adding the two new Legend Mercenaries, and that's it. The next thing that they're gonna add is a new costume called Lantern Festival Ryde. Wait, I'm all over the place today. Lantern Festival Ryde, and Ryde is an exalted mercenary for exalted support mercenary, and this is who she is, and they're adding a new costume for her. And this is what the art looks like. This is what the mini looks like, and this is what the animation look like. In my opinion, this is actually a really, really good skin or like costume, but I am definitely gonna get this. This is actually amazing. And yeah, that's it. The next thing that they're gonna add is more quality of life. For Mythic runes, they're gonna receive a rune refinement animation skip, just like what it was last update. Additionally, the rune refinement on regular runes is gonna get also an animation skip. Another animation skip that they're gonna add is for soul gear. So you could just select two targets that you want and just press repeat refine until you get it right. And yeah, just nice quality of life that they're gonna add. The next thing that they're gonna add is a new minigame. The last two minigames that they added was based on Gingerbread Run. Or no, it was Breakout. It was the one where you have a gingerbread running and then dodging obstacles, jumping over. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if you guys remember that, but that's one of the mini games they added. The other mini game that they added was a Hollow Cure inspired game, which was Carlson's Adventure. And now they're adding a game that I am fairly certain is inspired by Fruit Ninja. And if you don't know what Fruit Ninja is, essentially they just throw a bunch of stuff in the air and you just have to slice it. And yeah, that's it. That's what this minigame is gonna be, and it really isn't like anything too deep of this minigame. This is just like a fun minigame you could play, and there's also just gonna be a daily mission where it's just play the new Yuridori slice. You don't have to get a certain score, you don't have to play it for a certain amount of time, just play it once and you'll get whatever rewards is here. I recommend doing the daily mission. It's really good rewards actually, and boom, really simple, probably like 5 seconds to do. And yeah, and the next thing they're gonna add is more quality of life. Is going to be the fate gift improvement. So instead of holding to tap, holding the button to give gifts to companion, instead because right now it gives one at a time, they're going to change it so it's going to just like give it all at once. So that's just a nice quality of life. The next thing that they're going to add are the events, and when the update drops, this is a really good time to get soul gear because of this 10% discount. Additionally, it's really good if you're a new player to get, I think it's called awakening crystals, because the crystal cave reset costs 1 gold, so you can just like keep on resetting it, buy, get like a ton of free crystals. And the most importantly is that the legend recruit, there's gonna be a legend recruit event that whenever you summon legend mercenaries and companions using diamonds. No, this is actually very important. This +1 only works if you have diamonds, okay? If you summon legends with diamonds, you get 1 additional summon essentially. So this is really good, especially because the new 2 legend mercenaries are coming out. This 1 additional summon is going to be really useful. And next event that they're going to add is the Operation Wipeout Yuridori. How this is going to work is that you press like start, and then you like click one of these holes, and then you have a chance to pop Yuridori out of the barrel, and you get a reward. It's like the monkeys in the barrel stuff, or the pirate in the barrel. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, this is just free rewards. Next is a dash event, which this is just free rewards. If you attack in the arena, you get a bunch of free rewards. This is a lot of purified terra, so if you don't have your mythics yet, this is a really good time to get the purified terra required, because 3,000, that's a lot. Next is actually quite surprising. I was reading this and I was quite surprised that they're handing this out. So like I said, that there's going to be 2 new legendary mercenaries. They're giving Apollo for free. Everyone, when they log into the game between March 14th and April 10th, will get a free Apollo. Given, she's already +0, +0, probably not leveled up, not awakened, but still, you get Apollo for free. In addition to 500 companion gifts. That's not only the mercenary for free, but also a companion for free. Like, wow, this is all for free. So just log in and claim your free legend mercenary. This is actually like very, very generous. Like, thank you, Brave19. This is actually very generous. It saves me on diamonds, but more essentially money. I don't want to wail. But thanks, Brave19. This is actually really nice of you. Next is the White Day Celebration gift, and this is just free login rewards. And I have no idea what's going to be in these flower boxes. It just says it has flower boxes. I have no idea what's inside. Just collect them for free rewards, I guess. And that's about it for the main content. Next is about the packages. And these, I'm just scrolling by. These are the paid packages. And this is, let me just actually scroll down a bit further. Oopsies, I scrolled a bit too far. Right here, yes. Right here is the Legend Scroll Lucky Box package. Jesus. Yeah, and what this is, and the reason why I'm specifically mentioning it is, why I'm specifically mentioning it is because if you are a scroll enjoyer and love to roll with scrolls, this package is actually very, very good for you to get. You could buy this package 10 times per account, and you get around, on average, 2.5 times the value. So let's say you spend the 2,000 diamonds to buy this. That's like roughly that's like around 20 10 pulls. But if you buy this package, you'll get around 50 rolls. So quite literally 2.5 times the value in rolling. Now I should mention that scrolls have a few disadvantages. That the number one advantage is that they don't build pity. The second disadvantage is that you don't get mileage from them. And this is all counteracted by the fact that scrolls, the main advantage of scrolls is that you get a bunch more scrolls compared to diamonds. So you essentially get more chances to roll compared to diamonds. So it just depends if you're a scroll user or a diamond user. If you're a scroll user, buy this package. This package is very, very, very good. But if you're a diamond user for, rolling mercenaries, do not buy this package because, you use diamonds to roll. And yeah. That's about it for this paid package. The other paid package with diamonds is this one, which is the runes. Don't buy this. I swear to God, don't fucking buy this. You could get, you don't need legend 6-star, 6-star plus 6 runes. No, you don't need that at all. Epic plus with substats, 6-star rune, good enough. You do not need to spend 2,000 diamonds buying this. 2,000 diamonds. You do not need to spend that, okay? I just hit my desk. Ouch. And yeah, that's it. Oh, I actually forgot. If you're wondering how you're meant to get this, whoa, a bit too far. If you're wondering how you're meant to get this Lantern Festival Ryde, I'm sorry to say that it's a paid package. Let me just scroll to it. Right here. It's the Lantern Festival Ryde costume is a paid package, and that it costs 40 USD. I think that's in USD. Yeah. I think. Yeah. So if you're looking for it, if you're thinking that this costume was free, I'm so sorry. This costume is actually a paid costume. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this update. And I'll just quickly go over and summarize everything all over again. So the first thing that they're gonna add in this update are the 2 new legend mercenaries: Apollo, which is a legend warrior, and Neptune, which is a legend mage. Both with very unique and quirky mechanics. These 2 are their companions. The next thing that they're gonna add is adding Apollo and Neptune to the Legend Recruit banner, I think. Then they're gonna add Lantern Festival Ryde, which is a new costume, and this is a paid costume. This costs 40 USD, I think. Next is just more quality of life, Mythic Rune quality of life, regular Rune quality of life, and Soul Gear Refining quality of life. Those are all 3 just animation skips. Next, they're going to add a new minigame, Yuridori Slice. This is basically Fruit Ninja, and make sure you do it daily because you get free stuff. Next is another quality of life. They're making it so that fate gifts, instead of going one after another, you could give them all to a companion all at once. Then the in-game events, this is actually very, very important. This is a really good time to get Soul Gear, to level up your mercenary Soul Gear, because of this 10% discount. If you're a new player, this Crystal Cave is very good because you could get a lot of awakening crystals. And lastly, the Legend Recruit +1 event. Remember, this only activates if you roll with diamonds. But if you do roll with diamonds, instead of summoning 10, you summon 11. You basically summon an additional mercenary for free. And next, they're going to add a Operation Wipeout Yuridori. This is just tap, start, click a hole, and then you get free rewards. If you get her out the barrel. But yes. Next is a dash event, which is more free rewards. If you attack in the arena, you get a bunch of free rewards. Next, they're gonna add another event, which is just a new legend commemorative thank you gift, and this is getting the new legend mercenary Apollo for free, skill level +0, of course, and also 500 legend companion gifts. These 2 are the biggest things, and make sure you claim this. This is really, really good and very generous of the developers. Next is the flower box. This is probably free rewards, probably. And that's about it. The rest is paid packages, and in the paid packages, the most important paid package is this Legend Scroll Lucky Box package. Buy this if you love to roll scrolls. Do not buy this if you roll diamonds. Again, I'm gonna repeat. If you love rolling with scrolls, if you're a scroll enjoyer, get this. If you are not, do not get this. Next is these 2 runes. You could buy it for 2,000 diamonds. Don't buy this. And yeah, that's about it. I'm quite excited for this update, and yeah, if you have any questions, just post them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.